This might be the strangest and most misunderstood animal in the ocean. In a world where nearly every creature has a clear purpose, the ocean sunfish seems almost pointless. It looks like a giant floating head. Its mouth never fully closes. Its eyes can't even face forward properly. Yet somehow, this bizarre animal holds a record. It is the heaviest bony fish on Earth, capable of weighing more than 5,000 pounds. But instead of being a powerful predator like most animals of that size, the sunfish appears to be nothing more than a massive slab of meat drifting through the sea. Useless, clumsy, even stupid. Sunfish to be one of the least intelligent animals in the entire animal kingdom, with a brain-to-body ratio nearly 700 times smaller than what you'd expect from an animal its size. Unlike many fish, the sunfish doesn't have a functioning swim bladder to help it control buoyancy. It often seems to just exist. Normally, when an animal grows this large, it's because size provides power or intimidation. But sea lions have been seen tearing off the fins of sunfish just to toss them around like toys, and the sunfish often does nothing to stop it, despite being awkward, defenseless, and strange. Sunfish are found all over the world's oceans. They are not rare. In fact, they are thriving. So how does a creature that seems so poorly designed manage to survive in one of the most competitive environments on Earth? Why hasn't the sunfish disappeared long ago? And perhaps the biggest question of all, how did evolution produce something this unusual? To understand the sunfish, we first need to look at what it doesn't have. And the answer is quite a lot. In most fish, the caudal fin, better known as the tail, is the main engine. But the sunfish doesn't have a normal tail. Instead, its body simply ends. Where the tail should be, there is a strange scalloped structure called a clavus. It functions somewhat like a rudder, helping with steering, but it provides almost no forward propulsion. The sunfish is also missing many of the skeletal features typical of other fish. Even though it technically belongs to the group known as bony fish, much of its skeleton has been replaced by lighter cartilage-like tissue. Its skin is unusual too. Most fish have sleek scales that provide protection and reduce drag in the water. The sunfish abandoned that design entirely. Instead, it is covered in a thick, leathery hide. If you could touch it, it would feel less like a fish and more like a block of wet concrete. The anatomy continues to get stranger. The sunfish has very few ribs, an extremely short spine, and teeth that are fused together into a single beak-like structure. This gives it a permanent expression that almost looks like surprise. Nothing about this body plan suggests an animal that should succeed in the open ocean. Without a proper tail for propulsion, and with a body that looks like a giant target, it seems like the sunfish should have gone extinct millions of years ago. For a long time, scientists actually believed that the sunfish was little more than a passive drifter. The idea was that these fish simply floated near the surface, letting ocean currents carry them wherever they happened to go. This belief is where the name sunfish originated, from the sight of them lying at the surface, appearing to bask in the sunlight. But when researchers finally attached satellite tracking tags to sunfish, they discovered something completely unexpected. The sunfish wasn't drifting at all. It was actively traveling through the ocean in a pattern known as vertical migration. If they don't have a tail, how are they swimming? The answer is surprisingly elegant. Instead of relying on a tail, the sunfish moves using its enormous dorsal fin on top and anal fin underneath. These two fins flap back and forth in perfect synchronization, almost like the wings of a bird. This motion generates both lift and thrust, allowing the sunfish to move through the water efficiently. They're not particularly fast swimmers, especially considering their enormous size, but they are far from helpless. In fact, tagged individuals have been recorded traveling miles across the open ocean in a single day. Of course, moving a multi-ton body through the water requires energy, and in biology, size is expensive. Animals that grow large typically need calorie-rich diets. But the sunfish eats something very different. Its diet consists almost entirely of jellyfish. More specifically, it feeds on gelatinous zooplankton, creatures that are about 95% water. Eating a jellyfish is almost like eating flavored gelatin. It contains almost no nutritional value. This creates what scientists call the jellyfish paradox. How can an animal that weighs thousands of pounds survive on food that barely contains calories? The answer is simple: volume. The sunfish becomes a habitat. One of the most parasite-infested animals in the ocean, a single sunfish can host more than 50 species of parasites. Worms inhabit their digestive systems. Crustaceans burrow into their skin. Parasites even live within their gills. Some parasites themselves host smaller parasites. Because of this infestation, sunfish often visit cleaning stations. Seabirds will land on floating sunfish and pick parasites from their skin. A single female ocean sunfish holds the world record for egg production among vertebrates. In one spawning event, she can release up to 300 million eggs into the ocean. Most of these eggs will never survive. They will be eaten by fish, swept away by currents, or consumed by filter feeders. But statistically, a few will survive. And that is enough. For those that reach adulthood, the enormous body of a sunfish becomes its greatest defense. Despite their reputation as mindless creatures, sunfish actually demonstrate complex behaviors. They navigate vast ocean currents, coordinate cleaning interactions with other animals, and hunt jellyfish in deep, dark waters. Their brains may be small relative to their size, but that is largely an energy trade-off. Large brains require enormous amounts of energy, something a jellyfish-based diet simply cannot support. In the end, the sunfish challenges our ideas about success in nature. It isn't fast, it isn't aggressive, it doesn't look like a perfect predator. Yet it has survived for millions of years, outlasting countless species that were stronger, faster, or smarter. Because in nature, success isn't about looking impressive. It's about surviving. And the sunfish, as strange as it may seem, is very good at doing exactly that.